Having access to too much free information can actually be a bad thing. The reason being that when we have the ability to go through massive amounts of life changing information, we are left with a long list of changes and tasks that we want to implement in order to better our life. However, we can intake information much faster than we can change ourselves for the long term. Simply put, we try to change too much too fast and it never sticks, so we fail to improve. Therefore, I suggest that we need a system for change that actually works. But before I get into the system, let's take a deeper look as to why you need a system. The primary reason why you need a system and why you can't change everything about yourself overnight is because change requires energy. And when we overburden our mind with too much change, we lack the energy to sustain that change and we default back to where we were before the implementation of the change. Change requires the conscious override of the subconscious, which is very energy dependent. So when we ask our conscience to override the subconscious in 10 new ways, we are stretching its capability. It simply doesn't have the capacity to make those changes, and so none of them stick long term. Instead, we need to respect the energy required to change and to then change slowly. Instead of changing 10 things at once for a week, we need to change 1 to 2 things per month and make sure that they stick. It's all about making haste slowly. So here is the system I suggest you use. Step 1, maintain a list of all the changes you want to implement. Step 2, select one large change or 2 smaller changes from that list and focus on them for the next month. Step 3, track that change and make sure it's your top priority for the day. Step 4, at the end of the month, review your progress. After a month of being consistent, you can move into the next 1 or 2 changes. It's very simple, but it's not easy. However, think about the compounding effect this would have on you if you could make 1 to 2 major changes a month over the course of your life. If month 1 was to wake up and go to bed at a certain time, if month 2 was to only ever eat what you serve on a plate and never snack, if month 3 was to exercise for 4 to 5 hours a week, if month 4 was to read 1 book a week, if month 5 was to meditate for 20 minutes daily, how much would your life change in a year? We need to practice making haste slowly to allow our subconscious time to adapt to what we want our life to look like. So make a list, select 1 or 2 changes to focus on for a full month. Track those changes and review at the end of the month. Make haste slowly in order to work with your mind and to avoid overspending on energy so that you can make difficult things easy in order to unlock your true potential.